Hi, Chris. Good morning. Welcome to our Tech Talk, the podcast that is aligned with the companies that are working towards integrating technology. Um, Thank you so much for taking our time. And please tell us how you are aligning with this shared goal.
Yeah, of course. So here at Lead Forensics, we work slightly differently. So we're a SaaS company. So we work with companies within the B2B space. So the way that we utilize our advanced sort of technology, particularly it's proprietary to IP tracking. So we help businesses identify their web traffic that are just bouncing off and not going on to inquire. So if you imagine a business came onto a page, they spent 4 or 5 minutes browsing through a company's products and their services, and then they left potentially to inquire with one of their competitors, we'd actually be able to notify that company with their business name and all of the contact details to follow up with those, meaning they have the chance to utilize on the web traffic they didn't even realize was there in the first place.
That's great. That's great. I'm sure like just like many other organizations, Lead Forensics is also using AI. So what is your take in that? I mean, do you think AI and the advancements that are coming into AI, do you think we are able to, match, or maybe we are able to integrate sustainability along with AI, or that is still a challenge? What do you think?
I think it's going to be a fine line between sort of sustainability and the implementation of AI, because AI is an absolutely amazing tool when used correctly. However, there are some sort of roles in a business that, yes, AI is an option for, but I don't think can ever replace that human element, such as the job I do. So I reach out to businesses, I inform them of what we do here at Lead Forensics and get them interested, get them excited, and book in meetings to my senior consultant. Again, all of that is a human touch. Now, what we have as part of that element is an AI chatbot that is available to them through our system. However, off the back of that, we still have our own customer service team that work one-on-one with these businesses. I think if businesses were looking to move solely over to AI, they'd lose a lot of the human touch, which makes them successful.
That's true.
I mean, people buy from people. I receive cold calls myself where I can tell it's an AI generated voice on the other end, not an actual person, and I hang the phone straight up because it doesn't have that human touch, it doesn't have that connection. So I think it's certainly an interesting approach, and I think businesses are utilizing it quite a lot. However, it's a fine line between getting it right when utilizing it and overusing AI maybe to not shorten the workforce, but maybe save money on the workforce element.
I think the businesses need to find a perfect blend. So I think that's an art to find the perfect blend between AI and human touch, and along with all that, considering environment and sustainability, and of course the other factors that are impacting the environment in today's time. And I think businesses should choose technologies that not only solve their immediate problems, but also, help the planet in the longer run. I think that is the only solution. And how much do you agree to this fact that, short term, like AI and technology, they are good for short term, I would say, goal or success. But in the longer run, it is always the society, it is always the cause that I can see. Even Lead Forensics is, the vision of Lead Forensics is also aligned with that in the longer run, it is always the society and the planet that has to be taken care of. So how much do you agree to that?
Yeah, no, I wholeheartedly agree. I mean, we are constantly trying to find ways to reduce our carbon footprint, but also make our business model more sustainable for those future generations as well, to make sure that the impact we leave is a positive one. So as a company, we actually work with a charity over in Africa, where over the past few years, we've built a brand new school for a village, water pumps, all funded by sort of us and our charity and our donations. So we do yearly fundraisers and stuff like that. But I've also recently, I'm not sure if you would have heard of it, because I believe they're UK based. There's a company out there called Ecology. Now, what they do is they solely work with businesses to help them strategize on how to reduce their carbon footprint. So Over here in the UK, we've got many businesses, mainly sort of the larger supermarket chains, that are now saying they want to be net zero by a certain year. Now, Ecology is the business that would partner with them and help them achieve that, be it by having a replenishment system where for every sort of pound they make in profit, they donate a penny to growing trees or something along those lines. But that's what Ecology specialise in, and it's the reason that we're looking to sort of work with them. So they'll use us as lead forensics, and we'll use them to sort of further help with our sustainability also.
That's great. Since you mentioned carbon footprint, we are working towards the same. I mean, at B2B Exports. So our goal is not to recycle but to repurpose. So we all know that a lot of used and old electronics, they usually end in landfills. So there is a standardization called R2V3 certification. So we are an R2V3 certified company, which makes sure that the old and used laptops do not end in landfills. And rather, we don't believe in recycling, although there's no problem, but we believe in repurposing. So we take those laptops and we probably donate or sell them in places where the access to technology is not that easy, or maybe they cannot afford it. So yeah, I think it is good to know that there are many people out there who are realizing that as leaders, they hold the power to change somehow, to bring that change. That's really good. Just one more question. That so as a tech professional, as somebody who's leading the market with AI, who's leading the market with advanced technology, what would be your suggestion to the upcoming startups, to the upcoming entrepreneurs, or to the existing ones, since you have dealt with so many businesses, helped them in lead generation? So what would be your suggestion to them as to what pointers they should consider while moving forward, and what is it that they really need to leave? Because I'm sure you will agree on this, that on the path to success and on the path to sustainable success, you have to unpick a lot of things, or maybe you have to unlearn a lot of things. So yeah, what would be your suggestion, and what would be your opinion on that?
So my suggestion to those that are maybe startups, or even those that have been maybe established for a little longer, is when you're looking at the big picture of sustainability throughout the coming years, reducing your carbon footprint, being more sort of environmentally conscious, it doesn't have to be big, massive efforts straight away. It's from the smallest things. So let's say a business has their own offices. Get rid of the paper towels. Use hot air dryers. Maybe use like there's a company over in the UK that now do toilet paper that is made solely from recycled paper. Like, there's options where you can make such a little change, such as recycled toilet paper, getting rid of the hand dryers, maybe like you guys do. Rather than buying brand new fresh equipment, buy that repurposed equipment, because it's going to perform the same job and give you the same capabilities, and your sales team are going to be able to make the same sales, but it's not affecting the environment because you're not buying brand new, just that other piece of equipment to end up in the landfill, as you said.
That's true. That's great. One thing I'm curious to know. So I read somewhere that UK has pink bins for disposing the electronics. So I mean, how does it feel? Because there are many countries who are yet to implement this thing that you have a separate bin for electronic waste. Like here in India, we are yet to reach that stage. So yeah, how does it feel to be at a place where the government has taken a step towards having a separate bin, pink bin for electronic waste, for disposing the electronic waste? I mean, how do you think this is? Yeah.
It definitely feels good that it's a step in the right direction. However, there's still a lot of steps to be made. So yes, I could go down to a recycling unit and there would be separate bins for separate waste, such as electrical, household waste, paints, light bulbs, televisions, all would be separated. However, due to capacities of the UK landfills and the UK recycling centres, sometimes all that waste is then mixed in together anyway and all ends up at landfill. So I think, yes, it's a step in the right direction, but from a personal perspective, our government needs to be a lot more stringent on the regulations, around the recycling centres to ensure that if it's been separated, it stays separated and is recycled in the correct way. Because I'm sure you're aware, I mean, in technology such as computers, phones, not only is there doing a lot of harm by putting it in the ground, I mean, there's a lot of precious metals in there. So it's almost like every time we just throw a phone away, throw a computer away, yes, it's very small amounts and trace amounts, but there's titanium, gold, platinum in all of those devices that, again, could be recycled, repurposed, and turned into something that's actually going to be useful and could even have a positive effect on the environment rather than a negative one.
This reminds me that Japan is minting gold from the e-waste. I mean, you're totally right there that there are a lot of metals that can be maybe utilized, or if not being utilized, they can be disposed in a manner that is not harmful. So just one last message from Lead Forensics to our audience.
Sustainability doesn't have to be the big change everyone thinks it is. Start small, grow big.
That's great. I think that's a good tagline for for a short film. That yeah, that's true. That's true. Does not come from big steps. I think our daily, the smallest of our actions count. That's true. That's true. Thank you, Chris, for joining us.
No worries at all.
Yep. I would say Lead Forensics is doing a great job, and not just on the professional front, but yeah, of course, I mean, it is a philanthropist approach completely. So yeah, cheers to the growth, to the success, and I hope Lead Forensics keep on growing like this.
We will. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Right.
Thank you. Bye-bye.